Hey, what's going on guys? It's Chris, and this is another fact check. Last time it was Apple's AirPods, and today it's Yi's M1 mirrorless camera. Why is it a big deal? Well, it's really cheap for what it does. Now Yi, which stands for Young Innovators, says that this camera has superb image and video quality. And that would supposedly be because of the 20 megapixel still images and the 4K 30 frames per second video capabilities. Now I actually am much more impressed with the M1's photo capabilities. Under the right circumstances, the photos that this thing takes can be impressively splendid with really nice bokeh and some sharp focus. But the videos in 4K mode get cropped in so far and the stabilization is so bad that it's really hard to say that the video is superb. So when Yi says you can get stunning photos with accurate color reproduction, I'd say yeah, that's the case. It's extremely impressive given the price. Yi says the M1 has a minimalist design, and yeah, that's true because it has the minimalist design from the Leica T. But in either case, it does look really nice, and I like it. Now Yi says that the LCD touchscreen is a really intuitive experience. Now this is a big thing for them to say because that's kind of the whole point of this camera, is it's for smartphone people who maybe want to upgrade to a real camera, and what they've done is taken the interface and the touchscreen and all of that of a phone and fused it together with a camera. And I guess I would agree that for the most part, you can pretty much instinctively navigate around in this menu, but one big bummer is that it's pretty laggy. I find it pretty slow. If you swipe from left to right, it takes a minute for it to catch up. It's not like using a phone at all in that respect. Yi says you can easily configure manual parameters like the shutter speed, the focus, or the ISO. Yeah. But here's something that's kind of funny. Yi says that even beginners can use this camera to shoot like a pro. I think it's pretty ridiculous to say that by picking up this camera, you suddenly gain decades worth of experience like a professional photographer. That's just bogus. But I think a better way to say this would be that thanks to some of the features that this camera has to offer, even beginners can be a little bit less like amateurs. Yi also says thanks to the micro 4/3 mount that this is compatible with over 50 plus lenses. Now I don't have 50 lenses laying around, but I did try this with a couple Panasonics and it did actually work pretty well. I had no problems. In fact, I like using those lenses better than the ones that came with the Yi itself. Yi says this thing's pretty lightweight. That is actually true. In fact, it's so lightweight that the camera lenses weigh down the body of the camera so that when I set it down on a surface, it actually leans forward a little bit. Yi says over and over that 2 buttons is all you need. There's only 2 buttons on this camera. Actually, what they mean is there's 2 buttons on the back next to the touch interface because there's also 2 buttons on top of the camera. So there's 4 buttons. Now Yi says that the M1 will exceed your expectations. Now in 2 important ways, the M1 did exceed my expectations. That would be in the still image quality and in the ridiculously cheap price. Now in every other way, I have to say that this camera's features didn't surpass my expectations. Met, maybe, but not surpass. So those are the facts and the test results, but is there anything else that you should know about this camera? Why yes, there is. First of all, the box arrived smelling awful. Just awful, like rancid coffee or something a lot worse. Terrible. In fact, when I first touched it, the smell would not get off my hands for like a day and a half. So when I actually went to unbox it, I had to wear plastic gloves. That's how gross it was. Thankfully though, the camera inside was not so stinky. You really need to know about the autofocus. It's horrible. It just is. Finally, the M1 doesn't come with an SD card or a flash. So there's a hot shoe on top where you can stick a flash, but unfortunately you can't use that for external mics because there's no external mic jack. So that's it for the Yi M1. I'll be around in the comments for at least the first couple of days, so if you have any questions, make sure to ask those down below. I'll get you some answers. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow @DailyTekk, spelled Daily Tekk, on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Check out DailyTekk, spelled the same way, .com, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Later.